again. Whoa, again. We back on Avowed. Just gonna pause the YouTube side. There we go. There we go. Lock this to here. Take that. I didn't mean to throw that. I didn't mean to throw that. I fat fingered that. Yeah, I swapped it over. Well, I was taking a little bit of a break. I had to update the thumbnail and title and shit, so it's easier if I just take it down than redo it. And I made my dinner and stuff as well, and now we're here, finally playing Avowed again. 100% finishing the zone today. Any doubters will be persecuted. Hello.
Oh, nothing. Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything.
No, I'm sure we haven't.
I have no idea where or even who I am. I just came out here with no memory whatsoever. I figured that someone would have recognized me by now. Maybe I'm a recluse or a hermit of some kind.
Where were you when you first came to?
I awoke in the street, seemingly on my way to somewhere. Where? I could not say.
This guy's a lot of help. Was there anyone else around when you woke up?
No. No one who seemed to have any idea who I was. I will do what I can. Thank you for your time.
Is there nothing that's gonna come from this? Nothing in terms of like helping this guy out? Oh, okay. Okay. What's in this building? I swear I will finish this zone today. But what's in this building?
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes here.
I'm sick. On your right. Next one's mine.
Jesus Christ, there's so many more here than I thought. Oh my lordy. I'm out of practice.
Back on my feet. Try.
I think that Chanter is what needed to die. I think they spawned in all those dudes. I need to start paying attention to what the fuck's around me. Oh god!
Right flank.
That's a waste of a potion. Get up, Marius. Yeah, excuse me, we're doing a long one today since I haven't really streamed much past few days. I got no errands to do today, you know? I got everything taken care of.
Nice work.
Yesterday. So might as well just vibe out and do some gaming. We got wrecked. There's a lot of dudes. Can I open? Barred. Mother. Let me in! I accidentally ate an essence potion during that when I was at full. Hell yeah, brother. I gotta jump over from there. Or maybe I can find a way in from here. Oh, just to this thing. Damn it. Thanks for the reach, dub. I forgot I did the little murlocs with my I think there's a merchant out here. Well met.
Good to see you again, Envoy. I told you we'd cross paths once more. If you need to restock, I have some new wares.
God bless America. How have your travels been since you left the onshore?
Well, uneventful enough. Gods be praised. But let's just say I'm more grateful than ever for this hand-me-down equipment. The spoilings and Demigod out here are vicious.
She pilfered that shit.
Even the less mobile plant life seems like it wants me dead.
What are you doing camped out here?
Oh, just taking a bit of a breather before I continue. I'd much rather rest a bit here than in Shatterscarp. I've heard the desert can be brutal.
Anything else you can tell me about Shatterscarp?
Not much, unfortunately. There's a settlement in the region. Thirdborn, I believe it's called. Hardy folks. Otherwise, you can expect blazing sands and, if the rumors are true, dream thralls. Poor bastards. If it wasn't the only way to Solace Keep, I'd be avoiding the place like the Dream Scourge.
How topical. Let's see what you have. You have stuff that I can't afford. Let's sell all this stuff first. All right. What can I buy? Exceptional gambeson. Gambeson of ostentatious design are often donned by royal wizards or chanters and padded with all manner of exotic materials. Spider silk can snag arrows, and the feathers of Rawatian wind warbirds can be tightly packed to defend against hard impacts. Nice. Take those. Need a couple stews. Yep. Yeah. Potions. Yep. Awaken Adra. Yup. Alias Talon. Yup. And I find myself poor once again. Goodbye. Oh, I'm gonna steal from your chest. Sorry about it. See you later. Oh, this is the Shatterscarp Gatehouse. That's right. This is the next zone, but we aren't. By the end of the stream, I promise we will be walking through that gate. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. Stream won't end until I get out of this zone. You can hold me to that. Fought a bunch of skeletons and ghouls out of that thing there. The guy who can't remember his name. Let's explore this little village area. I can take a lockpick and unlock that front door. Let's look for a side door. A side way in. How was your weekend, Systematic? Is there anything down there? Plateau Junction Beacon. Hell yeah.
Here they come. Here we go. One for you.
Fuck me, what the hell just hit me?
Out of the way.
Those shield ones are hardy as fuck.
Just like the good old days.
This coming up weekend? Tell them your work hours are Monday through Friday between X and X hours. Unless they're willing to pay. Which, fuck. Put your foot down. There's a Strangled Audra over here. Oh shit. We gotta go. Quality of life. Work-life balance. You need to have it. Yeah, I know that feeling 100%. It's why I work 7 days of the week. Or 6 to 7 days of the week myself. I get it. 100%. I've been in here. How the fuck did I miss that? I mean, that's good that you're willing and able to help them out, I guess. As long as it's not like interrupting like any sort of plans you potentially had, you know. That's when it's not good.
Something happened here. The end of an age. For centuries we stood tall. But the winds were violent. The infection weakened our roots. Day turns to night now. How do we survive when the tempest roils?
That's fair. You have to adapt to your problems. If you can't bend, you'll break.
Our leaves sway in the summer breeze. They fall, they grow again. The seasons change. We change. It soothes us.
I got an awaken Audra. I didn't get any skills though. Upsetting. There's my treasure right there. Some hard wood. Just how your mama likes it. Hey yo. I think there's a treasure over here. We have a treasure map and it looked like this area. So I want to explore it real quick. It was like up against some leaves that it was pointing me to. Doesn't seem to be the case here though. Alright, we'll come back another time. Skirt. Gotta go up around here again. But sprinting isn't a doesn't take up stamina. That'd be annoying. Can I open this door from this side without using a lockpick? That'd be really nice. That's barred. Might as well just spend the lockpick. Because we're gonna jumping into that one. We're gonna be jumping into that one building and have to come back this way anyways. I don't want to go the whole way around. I saw that. It does look really cool. I saw a picture of that thing. It looks really cool. They redesigned Deadlock's map from being 4 lanes to 3. I mean, that's kind of what set Deadlock a little bit apart from other MOBAs, was that it was 4 lanes instead of 3. I don't know how I feel about that. Even though I haven't played it for a hot second, so who am I to really make opinions and judgments on it?
Let me catch my breath. You take me. I'm sick.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Man, fuck Valve for doing that. They ruined the game.
I'm sick.
Yo, chill.
Fuck up, envoy.
This thing's got Commando Pro on! What the fuck was
I
that?
think I sprained my shoulder.
Just dove my ass. Really kind of rude.
Yeah.
Aye, he says. Like I'm some sort of ship captain. Yeah, yeet. Damn, I was hoping there was something in that nest.
Oh, I thought Helia was all about art, birds, and pretty things.
Idol of the covert plots. +2 con, +2 dex. Whispers of theft, mutiny, and worse dance around the edges of your mind when this idol is near. Ooh. What's worse? Like kissing girls and holding hands with them? Ew. Oink. Give me that. The mushrooms are speaking to me. They say keep fighting the good fight, soldier. Oh my god, I didn't think I was gonna make that. I didn't even think my wand would work. I misclicked. I need to get closer. The accuracy on this thing is not great. Think how I traced the wire down? Some good old-fashioned detective work right there. I'm scared. What's in that cave? Are we still regenerating essence when we walk? I think we are. Yeah, we're slowly getting it. Slowly but surely getting it. Memoir of a Visionary, Volume 3. Life in Fjord Misterverno was better than I expected. The ingenuity of its people is truly remarkable. They are able to accomplish feats of animancy that would leave the Republic's brightest animancers in shock, and all with scavenged resources and refurbished machinery. Unlike those that exiled me, men like Maxim Vidaro and Per Quilici Understand that the march of progress is not always a pleasant process. But alas, even they found the act of building a better body repulsive. Grave robber they called me, and so once more was I exiled, lost and alone in the wilds. I got cornered by murderous sporlings and was certain my time was at its end. That is, until the most unlikely savior appeared. The ogre Ulrask, a paragon of his kind. I am proud to say he has become a genuine friend. With his help, I was able to scavenge enough equipment to create for myself a humble but functional workshop. This unfortunately required a few raids of Fiora's outlying farms. I consider it fair compensation for the aid I rendered unto them. A small piece of parchment sticks out from this book with hastily scribbled note. Note itself, retrieve equipment and memoir volume 1 from the locked storage room. Check to see that the essence generator is still working. I think we found his storage room. Letter to Vitor. Master Vitor. I've only had your device running for a few days, but I felt I must write to you immediately and thank you for your generosity in sharing your plans and materials list with me. As you can infer from the tardiness of my correspondence, it took me several months to source the necessary supplies, and another at least to put them all together. And in the end, your design came together flawlessly. Your tutelage these last 3 years has given me cause to dream for the first time in decades. I will not burden you with the fulsome intensity of my feelings, but I must tell you, even before my Lord God left the world, I felt there was a hole in my life, a yearning for discovery, a project worthy of wholly subsuming my mind beneath. And I see now that that is animancy. I would never have pursued this path were it not for our chance meeting at the crossroads. As my labors near their end, the only words I have left now are thank you. Thank you, Vitor, for giving this aged godlike hope. I shall ever be your grateful student, Sargamus. So he taught Sargamus all the animancy shit. I see. And he supplied him with that stuff. Ulrask, are we gonna be friends? Can we be friends, Ulrask? I don't want.
Try not to breathe in here.
All right, don't speak while I'm trying to approach the ogre troll. Did he? Oh no, did Ulrask kill all of them? Dead Animancer, find Grimoire of Entropy. Pull of Aora, Black Bow, Parasitic Staff, Corrosive Siphon. The original version of this grimoire was penned by a Skainite monk who infiltrated Adir's imperial archives. He wanted a book of spells that could inflict pain and terror on his enemies. The book was lost to the archives and later rediscovered, finding its way into the hands of anyone seeking vengeance. I'm not seeking vengeance. Can I speak with Ulrask? I don't want to kill him unless I have to.
Right behind you.
Not big damage.
Got a shot. Hold on.
Oh boy. Where'd these guys come from? Ah, I'm getting fucking kicked around.
On your right.
Motherfucker. Stop it! those guys.
Plenty more time. Stay. Again. Best thing.
Stop it.
Need a minute. That's it for me. Look. Need a better weapon.
I got fucked up. Where are all these fucking things coming from? That's upsetting. Has me all the way back out here. Hasn't saved since. I'll remember to save now. I don't know how he took so little damage as well during that opening sequence. Well, now I know better. Quick save, bitch.
I smell rot.
Yeah, you think? Alright, time to actually buff up for this bitch. Now we're doing damage. There's a guy out. You can't summon anyone if you're gonna be dead. I had no health there for a second. That was scary. I mean, look at you. Whoa, chill!
Where? I was just getting warmed up.
Kai, back up. Don't come near me. God, these spells look so sick. Ranger Monato's dead. Oh God. Should have expected it though. Stop it. I think he's done shitting out electricity. Journal of Ranger Monato and cooked rabbit bits. Written in script that resembles the scratching of a bird's talon. This journal recounts the last few days in the life of Ranger Monato. As you scan through the text, several excerpts stand out. Several days ago, I am certain there is a traitor among us, though I seem to be alone in this. I suspect 3 of my fellow Rangers, but I don't want to take any further steps until I'm more certain. 2 days later, I have found tracks matching our standard issue boots leading away from the outpost and well beyond our usual patrol routes. I cannot risk asking Captain Eserno for clearance to follow these trails. The time spent returning to headquarters will allow my quarry to escape. I hope she will forgive my insubordination. 2 more days later, the tracks lead to an area east of Lake Lacuna. I dare not follow any closer for now. Any of my suspects would be capable of detecting me if I continued past this point. 1 day later, I have lost the traitor's trail. I suspect they discovered I was tracking them. I will search for their trail a little longer, and then I will return home to find another lead. 1 day ago, I have confided in Ranger Dorso my fears, and she agrees that it is likely we're being undermined from outside. I suspect the Steel Garrote, whose masked leader has been spotted in the valley. Dorso has invited me to hunt with her tomorrow, and she has agreed to keep our outing secret so as not to alert Garrote's contact among the Rangers. With her help, I have no doubt I'll know who the traitor is by this time tomorrow. I'm about to go and take out that waterfall camp of Steel Garrote. I've all but made up my mind on that.
The ranger back there was killed by a knife in the back. Looks like there's more going on here than we thought.
This whole thing rubs me wrong. Captain Nacier.
Yeah. Let's see what she says about going and killing all of the Steel Garrote. I was supposed to meet the ranger contact in a root strangled tree west of the fjord. You know, I'm down. Do I have any points to spend? No. Of course not. Why would I? Map. What's our closest one? This one is our closest spot. We need to cook food as well, so we'll do that. So dramatic coming to camp. Is there anything in the stash? All these gloves and shit, but can't do anything with those. Now let's break down some shit. Can I upgrade anything? Not really. Oh, I can actually. I can craft one petrified wood branch. God damn it. Okay. Can I upgrade anything? I don't know if I can upgrade any weapons. I can upgrade my chest piece. That's huge. We definitely want to upgrade our chest piece because that will keep us from dying as often. So we'll fuck with that. We'll fuck with that for sure. I don't have the totem base yet for these god tokens. God damn it. All right, exit here, please. We'll go there, but there's a actual... Yeah. Where's that right there? What's this over here? Oh, there's just mushrooms. They look like... These look like... I don't know what... Like the aliens from Bloodborne. That's what those look like from afar. Which I need to go back through and play Bloodborne at some point because I don't understand that story whatsoever. Like, how the fuck did we get alien beings in that game? But it's so hard to go back and play Bloodborne just based on the performance alone. Like, it's like after playing Elden Ring and like all the other ones at 60 FPS, it's like so hard to go play that at like 30, like sub 30 FPS. It just feels slow in a sense. Search the tree for evidence. We leveled up though, which means we gotta spend a point. I wish I could unlearn just one talent, you know? Just bounces more. Or reduces the cast time of Blizzard? Yeah, we'll do that. That's big. Blizzard does take a little bit of time to cast, so reducing that cast time would be big. Clandestine note. Written in a precise and careful hand, this note seems to set up the meeting of another location. Assuming you find this letter intact and in time, before you go any further, make sure you haven't been followed to this location. Having stalked bandits in the forest before, I know the usual level of care you people take, and I generally find it lacking. Once you're certain you weren't followed, come to my camp at the mouth of the river, southwest of Fior, and we'll discuss how you can further help me bring order to the valley. Don't make me regret our accord. Meet the ranger at the designated location. This is at their waterfall cave. Yeah. We're near it. Have to go take out some steel garrotes. After accidentally finding their waterfall camp. We're just gonna go and cause a ruckus, some may say. I never put two and two together that and over there led straight to the when we came through here before. I never put it together that actually that's a different spot. Never mind. No. It's still the same. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't put together before. But that's, we had been in this area before when we came through. Oh, hello there, motherfucker.
Envoy? What are you? Huh. You're
This
full of
bitch.
surprises.
I
I
trusted
was
her.
expecting someone else, but I think this could work out better for both of us.
It was you the whole time. You were the traitor.
I'd prefer savior if we're handing out epithets.
That's my name.
Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help.
You were with the bandits who kidnapped Verano?
After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ran something back to us instead. Idiots.
I take it you're the one who killed Minato?
Unfortunately. I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever. Skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. It completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good.
What were you trying to do?
I'm preparing Emerald Stair for Adir's arrival, obviously. Your people have already pacified Paradise, with contracts and clean water, with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You've got a hazy picture at best, Dorso. The envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, Envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later. I'm helping us avoid resistance and bloodshed when they do.
Why would you portray the Rangers like this?
Fiori's wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The very earth disintegrates beneath our feet. I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adir. Then we can turn things
My
around
back
like
hurts.
Paradis has. Maybe then we can be safe. But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself.
Let me get this straight. You killed your friends to prepare Emerald Stair for Adir? Are you working with the still garrote in the nearby cave? That's what I want to know.
Somehow, you know everything, yet the Rangers are none the wiser. Which is exactly the problem I've been trying to solve here. I'm not an official asset, just an enthusiastic ally. But I did meet the captain of the Steel Garrote. Alfir, she said her name was. They appeared out of the fog a few nights ago, late, hours before dawn. There were so many of them, I was certain they were going to kill me.
So you rolled out of the welcome wagon for them to save your own hide?
I was alarmed at first, but then I spoke to Alfir, and she changed my mind. Captain Alfir is strong, determined, organized. She's exactly what we need to save Fjord. She has a vision for how to save the valley from itself, a vision I can believe in. I found them a place to hole up. No one is going to find them until it's time.
Let me get this straight. You killed your friends to prepare Emerald Stair for Adir?
Fjord simply cannot survive the way things are. Monato and Verano disagreed.
She makes me sick.
Then you disagree. You don't turn
Disgusted.
on your own.
Their voices had power in the Rangers. Too much power. And when they spoke, the others listened. Now they'll have to listen to me.
You failed to think of one thing. Adir will not welcome someone who betrayed her own people.
I don't live in Adir. I don't want to. Emerald Stair is my home, and it's wasting away. I can only look after my people, get us what we need.
You've got a strange way of doing that.
Only Adir can help us now.
Just insult the land. If Adder takes Fjord, the home you know will be gone. It would only be another colony.
Maybe that would be for the best. We've had decades to secure this valley. What do we have to show for it? Dead homesteads, dead farmers, dead fields. And a city full of animancers who don't give a single shit about us. It wasn't always like this.
What was it like then?
I wish you could have seen the valley I grew up in. The steep green hills, mist twining about the peaks. Birds, deer, the many little creatures of the trees scurrying among the leaves. Most of them gone now. Sometimes, in high summer, the sunset would catch the rice paddies just right, and the whole valley would glow coral violet. A world on fire with life, that never burned. We ate well and slept through the night. I don't want to live through this time if there's nothing better on the other side.
What do you believe the Steel Growth are planning to do in Emerald Stair exactly?
They're going to put a stop to the animancy. The animancy that's sickening our fields, driving the animals mad, polluting our souls. And maybe it will end the Dream Scourge. Then, Emerald Stair will be safe.
How do you know animancy is what's causing Fjord's problems?
I don't. That's exactly it. We can't know unless we stop all of it and see. Once Captain Alfred explains to the animancers what their work
We
is
just
doing to our
gotta
people,
kill a
they'll have to
few
give it
hundred
up.
people. I'm gonna spare your life, but I never want to see you again.
You want me to, what? Run off into the wilderness? Exile myself? After everything I've done, this can't be how it ends. Even for a competent ranger, exile is certain death.
Maybe you'll be more clever on your next turn around the wheel.
But what will you tell Asierno? They'll come after me, all of them.
Don't make me start counting.
What?
1,
Fuck.
2.
I'm going.
All right. Time to lay the smack down on this cave. We can't let them get away with this, these Steel Growths. We're gonna fuck them up.
The Steel Garrote have our eye on Emerald Stair.
It would be in your best interests to leave.
I like how he just told us his plan. We got our eye on the Emerald Stair. Oh, do you now? I forgot about that trap. Gulp.
Do you smell that, brother?
Salt and gunpowder. There's an Almauer near with us. A big one, too.
That is the smell of victory. We're going to make Inquisitor Ludwig proud.
Right as always, dear sister.
Well, that casts so much faster. I like that.
Fire
God damn it. Get that healer out of there. Oh, we pissed someone else off. I had my shield up. Fuck you. I like killed 3 people and then the cleric popped off. I need to find the cleric first and take them out. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Again. Forgot about that trap.
Do you smell that, brother?
Where is this cleric at?
Gunpowder. Doesn't help nowhere near with us. A big one, too.
That is the smell of victory. We're going to make Inquisitor Ludwig proud.
Waste, dear sister.
There's a cleric.
Keep quiet.
I fucked up. The guy out of there. Help.
Nothing stopping me. Still recovering. Give me a moment.
Back into a cave. Very
It's just a regular up. Right. We really just kicked the saltfly's nest.
Yeah, we
I
did.
guess we're in this.
Yeah, we are.
envoy. You first met? I thought I was gonna keep you out of trouble.
Well, you see, these people were assholes. Say what you will about animancers. Can't let them just take their shit. That'd be fucked up. Stilgar leather. Let's go. Let's grab that from that cleric. Ooh. Death Knight Sabatons. 10% resistance to poison and bleed accumulation, 20 maximum health. The chill radiating from these coal black armor is like a kiss from beyond the grave. These heavy boots impart upon their wearer a measure of the vitality and durability of the walking dead. The stench of grave dirt that clings to them is certainly unpleasant, but is a small price to pay for the benefits they provide. I can't use this to sneak around anywhere else. It's just a spot for some Death Knight boots. I'm here for it. Ludwig's first missive. Captain Waith. Take your Steel Garret Legion into the wilderness of the Emerald Stair. Do not reveal your presence. Await further instructions. I will have need of you soon. Be patient, Inquisitor Ludwig.
I'm sick!
Need more time.
That battle mage is not well versed in battle, are they?
I'm sick!
I think I got him. Loading up on all the goodies here. Caught those guys sleeping on the job. Our second missive is right here. We're gonna read that before the third missive. Captain Waith. They tell me you found a sympathetic turncoat among the people of Emerald Stair. Good. Make certain they understand the benefits of adhering rule. Give them a reason to serve us. Faith and loyalty will bind them to our cause. Inquisitor Ludwig. Ludwig's third missive. Captain Waith. Your report on the Dream Scourge was appreciated, but ultimately worthless. This plague will burn itself out in time, and the strong will endure. If you are having trouble occupying your time in Emerald Stair, I suggest finding a hobby. Anything but gardening. Inquisitor Ludwig. Because they can't get shit to grow here. That's a good joke, Ludwig. It's a good joke. I can sneak around these guys. We're getting big upgrade materials, big upgrade materials.
I don't like this. How did no one know this was here?
Oh, they've kept quiet and busy, preparing for war by the looks of it.
Bitch, I'm sneaking. How do you know I'm here? She's fucking cheating. I'm sneaking around. How does she know I'm here? Man, fucking metagamers.
Show yourself.
Stop right there.
You're gonna
You
regret
should
it.
down. You have 10!
There's a player.
Not looking good.
Owned.
Never seen so many Steel Garrote soldiers before. I'd say we earned a break. Can't say I'm sad to see these people strewn about. I don't know what we stopped, but we clearly stopped something.
Soldiers, supplies, documents looked like they wanted to invade Emerald Stair. We knew what we were stopping.
Yeah. Reminds me of what Rawatai built up when we went into Deadfire.
Sounds about right. Hey, is it too late to go back to Paradise? These guys really seem to want everyone dead. I guess we should look around while we're here. I wouldn't mind figuring out what they were up to.
You know, that's a smart idea. This is why I was always in the trenches rather than the strategy tent.
Looking around, feels like we broke up something big. Well done, us.
Go us.
Not bad for a day's work. I think we've all earned a couple ales back at camp.
There's a lot of stuff here they won't be using anymore.
Good job, team.
Might as well take some of it with us.
We did it. You can do anything with friendship. We're all in this together. Do boo do 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 boo boo do boo. I don't know if that's how it actually goes, but you know, it felt right. Get wrecked. Ludwig's fifth missive. I don't know where the fourth one's at. Captain Waith, I'm sending one of my best paladins to aid you. She will deliver my final instructions. You have served me well. Carry out your orders to the letter, and you will be rewarded in this life and the next. May the burned queen smile upon you, Inquisitor Ludwig. Her final missive. Captain Waith, my orders are as follows. Fjorn Mistiverno is dragging the living lands down into a shared grave. Your legion will raise the settlement until nothing but ashes remain. Put the city down like an injured animal. Leave the people to witness the consequences of their failure. You may encounter Gudite, a new arrival from the mainland. That's me. Deal with them courteously if you cross paths. Deal with them violently if they impede your work. May the flames of the burned queen purify Emerald Stair. Inquisitor Ludwig.
How could they do something like that?
With fire? What kind of question's that, stupid dwarf? What was her fourth missive? You are correct. Paradise has grown more stable. The Imperial envoy was murdered. Dissidents plot from the shadows and our forces are spread thin. Your mission, however, is unchanged. Once we succeed in taming Paradise, the living lands will follow and you will still stand proudly at the vanguard. I was murdered, yeah, but I'm back. You know, it wasn't a permanent murder. It was just a temporary one. What's down here? I like that little secret there. Like if you didn't go that way, you wouldn't have seen that at all. Death Knight armor. Okay, we look kind of sick with that on, I'm not gonna lie. We look cool as shit, I'm not gonna lie. Look a lot better than this. These look cool. We'll see how the chest piece looks going into when we get the other quality of it. I'm reading this lore here. Taking damage has a 10% chance to restore 15% of your maximum health. 30% frost accumulation resist. The chill radiating from this coal black plate armor is like a kiss from beyond the grave. Despite the frigid temperature of the metal and its substantial weight, it is surprisingly comfortable to wear. Almost too comfortable, as if it settles upon its wearer like a second skin and has a will of its own. A desire to stay firmly anchored to warm living flesh. Occasionally, when struck while wearing this armor, a rush of freezing energy washes over the wearer, and the wound they would have otherwise received is nowhere to be seen. Fancy armor. Fancy cursed Death Knight armor. I'm lost. Oh god. Let's blow this popsicle stand. We did it! Need more water. Okay, let us head back to Ranger headquarters. But I'm gonna take a quick break. I need more water. And I need to swap out things that are curing in my curing station for my prints. So I'll be a few minutes. Be right back. let us tell the ranger captain what happened. And then let them know that we got revenge for them. Hola, Sir Neil.
I sincerely hope you have some good news for me.
Masoni was right. There was a killer. It was Ranger Dorso.
My gods. I can't believe this.
Ilia's wings uplift us.
She's been with the Ranger since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is...
Don't like that white balance.
This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now?
Well, she gone. I told her I'd let her live, but that she could never come back here.
So she ran off.
Not even Dorso can survive long alone. Not if she can't rest and resupply. What should we do?
Let's give her a head start. And then go hunting.
On your orders, ma'am.
This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
Dorso's trying to create conditions for an Edirian takeover.
Be serious, envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Maso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. But I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Gods beyond, what a mess. Thank you, Envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged, and now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad.
It was our pleasure.
Here's your reward.
One
It's the
last
least
trick.
we can do for your
Ooh.
assistance. Thank you again. Step carefully out there. We are living through strange times.
I hope
Isn't
this
that
at
the
least lets
truth?
them clean up their ranks.
One last something. One last trick. That's what we got. No, I don't want to break this down. Oh, geez. I'm so glad that came up. Almost broke that down. One last trick. Ricochet bullets bounce to hit additional enemies within range. 20% reload speed. The gilding on this exquisite arquebus does little to mask the scratches and other signs of wear that mar its surface. Much sought after for its unique ability to strike multiple targets with a single bullet. Men and women who have died in their efforts to claim this weapon or maintain their ownership of it. Cool. I won't be using it, so give me the stuff from it. Thank you. I won't be using it. Give me the things I can use from it. Map. We have all kinds of quests to turn in Fior Mi Severno, I believe. Find the totem core. Oh yeah, I need to find these. Ancient tower we must brave. Old ruins crumble. You'll find beads, dark and umbral. Let's go turn in stuff on in Fior Mi Severno. Wait, what's... Oh yeah, no, we're good. Yes. I'm gonna go here. I fucking love Klondikes.
Times are hard, but the Animancers haven't failed us yet.
Keyword is yet. They still have a chance. That's all I'm saying. They still have a chance. on all these bounties. Let's get rich.
Welcome back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh?
I have a bounty claim.
Whose death am I recording?
I've slain old Nuna.
Impressive. I wonder if my theory about her is correct.
I felt a powerful presence from her, more so than the average bear.
Is that so? Huh, how fascinating. Here's hoping I get to prove to study the flow of essence into the region's fauna after all this is done.
Those Dalamgan won't be bothering anyone. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get through these. I'll show you what I printed.
Maybe we could find a way to coexist
Or what I'm
with them.
printing.
But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Huh? Nature?
I hate her. The Trenton's days are over.
Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less.
The abandoned farms are clear as Zarups.
I see. Then the other bounty hunters did not fare so well. I am glad at least to know of their fate. Perfetto! That's all of them!
I'm glad they would help.
As am I. At last I can turn my attention to more important things. Oh, how I've missed my research. Oh, please take this. It's from my personal collection of essence-infused oddities. I have a feeling you will find it of more use than I would.
Tree of Life. What's a shield? Won't be using this. Slowly regenerate up to 30% of your maximum health. 15%, minus 15% incoming fire, frost, and shock damage. The tree depicted on this simple but well-made round shield seems to be reaching towards the sky with grasping limbs while burrowing roots dig deeply into the ground. The symbol of regrowth and withstanding the endless march of the seasons is not an uncommon one, but the fervor with which its art is composed, it has imbued the shield with a small measure of the great tree's vitality. That's a good looking shield. And it's gone. And it's gone. Let's see. You want to see what I'm printing? Models, Archville, and Holy Horde. I've printed a few of these guys. I think I printed this one, and this one, and this one. I don't know if I have a hammer bro. I need to get a hammer bro printed if I didn't. Basically, I'm printing a bunch of gnolls. I printed this one. This is a big one. Actually, I have this guy over here. This guy is this guy right here. Painting streams will be back soon. As soon as I finish Avowed. Probably. I'll switch between Mythic Plus and painting. But that's this guy right here that I showed. And this is the dwarf. So like just for size comparison to how he's gonna look on the board if they ever fight something like this. Yeah, the head's the right size. Okay, I got the sizing right. So yeah, that's that guy. What else we got? Got these scouts that I'm printing. These guys are what's down there right now. They're the ones getting they're the ones on the printer right now. And then trackers, these are the ones that are curing right now in the cure station. Yeah, he's a biggin. And then I have this guy printed. He's printed over. He's on the desk over there. I'm not gonna. He's about the same size as the guy I just showed you. What I like about this guy though is that in this cage, I don't have the thing here, but let me. me see if I can find the picture from the module that they came with this. They don't. But in the cage are like a bunch of human models and stuff as well. Which are pretty cool. So like there's actual like models inside the cage itself, which is a pretty cool concept. Yeah, I like stuff from Archvillain Games. They make very good models for sure. Very, very good models. There's also, let me pull them back up real quick. Not the workshop one. Printing models, Archvillain. If they do fight these guys, they won't be fighting this, but this is also part of the set. It's a hyena dragon. It's like a weird experiment where they fucking spliced Knoll and dragon DNA together. This model's sick. And then this, I might be printing this guy. Oh, no, I have these guys printed too. This one's, I love this model right here just because of this right here. This is fucking brutal. Where the guy is just impaled on the back and then he's like strapped down. Like this is just fucking brutal right here. And then Akata is like the big bad, but there's no picture for this guy. Let me find the picture of that guy. Modules, Archvillain, Howling, blah, blah, blah. The Akata model is pretty cool. I don't know why there's not a preview picture for him. But I won't be doing him. This is the Akata model. This one's pretty sick as well. It's like it's got like this head here. He's like perched up on it. His big old flail and shit. It's a pretty hardcore model. They make good shit. Yeah, painting streams will be back soon. Did you see the bear? I'm not sure if I posted it anywhere else, but I finished the bear that I was painting for the paladin in my group. I want to get better pictures of it. But here's a picture of the dwarf on the bear. I need to get a matte varnish on it to protect the paint job. Yeah, I did this Saturday and Sunday essentially. I wasn't feeling streaming, but I vegged out and you know, just zoned out and painted and got that done.
Welcome back! What can I get you?
What do you got for me? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? I don't know if I need all that. This though I need. See you later. All right, all those bounties are clean. Let's go talk to the older lady over here. Let her know we planted all those foods at those graves.
Rejuvenate and revitalize.
Hello, Rosanna.
You return. Have you visited all 3 grave sites?
I have. The spirits should rest easily now.
Thank you for helping.
I forgot my
the dead to
water,
rest, my friend. You have done Fiora great service.
And wasted perfectly good food in the process.
Now, will you stand and pray with me?
Of course, let's pray.
May you walk the path safely, always a step ahead of the pallid night and her toll. May the usher guide you through the safest doors to the next life, and may his skeletal hand bring you only warmth. May the twin gods see faith in you in all their aspects, and may death come quickly and easily, and without fear.
And may we all take comfort in the knowledge that the next life awaits.
You know the prayer. It gives me such joy. Please, take this token of Barrett's favor. May it keep you from her path for just a moment longer. May the usher find you quickly, Aimiko, and ferry you gently to the next life.
We got something new. Barath's Blessed Ward. Minus 5% damage from vessels. The small black bell acts as a reliquary of sorts. In place of a metal clapper sits the knuckle bone of a long dead high priest of Barath. Throughout their unnaturally long and storied life, this high priest worked tirelessly to free those poor souls bound to vessels, be they undead or constructs. Their belief was that all souls, no matter how wicked they may have been in life, deserve a chance at redemption in their next life. Such a chance is unobtainable for those severed from the wheel through those darker arts that the high priest reviled. Even after death, a measure of their fervor lingered behind in their remains, which now protect those that would see vessels destroyed. We have the bone and the boar. We gotta get two.
Wake up your soul with a morning crystal.
Yeah, once I finish up Avowed, because I want to get this done before actual season 2 of WoW hits, and then when I'm not running dungeons, I want to be painting on stream, you know, for a little bit there.
What'll it be?
There's nothing really I want to play until like end of March, maybe early April, I think, in terms of single player games. A good ranger is prepared for any challenge, but the best rangers had snacks on hands. Now that I have retired, I have no further need for my coat of many pockets. Use it in good health, though mind the crumbs and the smell of cheese. Okay, I may have already found that by accident, but we have it anyways. We'll take these. What do my goals do? Maximum essence. I think I want this. We're gonna lose a little bit of essence, but we gain 10% ability essence cost, and I think that's gonna actually work out to be better in the long run. And our parkour speed, whatever about that. I don't give a shit about that. And they fit this outfit a little bit better. I remember debating if I wanted that or not. Things have come together where I have money and I can actually afford it.
Please tell me you found them.
The plague got Adelaro. I'm afraid Balana's not far behind.
Your rangers lost to the Dream Scourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking.
Not only is it here, Veraro's mother is a Dream Thrall. Make of that what you will.
I don't believe it. I never thought he'd sink that low. Scoffing at the Dream Scourge while it sleeps in his own house? I'm sorry. That's none of your concern. I'll deal with it myself.
I wonder how he found out.
What about my rangers? Are they even still alive?
Balana's alive. Adelaro's dead. I brought their badges back.
Merla, when she turns, Fjord will panic. Where is she now?
She's coming back to town. What you do with her is up to you.
I don't know what to do. I can't hurt her. But I can't put Fjord at risk.
She doesn't seem too far gone. Maybe the animancers can help.
That won't do any good. Do you think poking around and severing her soul will save her life? Even so, if it's early days and Vidaro doesn't find out... All right. It goes against all my instincts, but we'll try it. Once. Here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job. I never thought... I just hope we're not making a mistake.
Ado! Welcome back.
Got anything for me? Oh my god, your shit's so expensive. The lodestone. Let's save real quick in case we crash the game. Cool.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada.
This isn't the first time I've collected an enemy's heart for research purposes.
The court of Adir must be a very unusual place. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver.
Ooh.
No, not
I do
worry,
enjoy a
just
quiver.
Testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
I find an authority and figure out what happened.
All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum.
Swing. Fuck, this isn't... clock would be the closest one to swing.
Chrysalis.
Protection.
Within your doors, a grave dug with fear.
Hello? You still
Hi.
with me?
I'm pretty sure I felt that metaphysical quiver you were talking about.
Strange. Shouldn't feel anything in the physical sense. Oh well, no matter. Let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really.
Thanks.
Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold.
Yvette and Remy certainly thought so.
God, my condolences. Those two are a handful, even for animancers. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting.
Why is it dark? I need to trace it back to its source.
That would be closer to Giata's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land. Diverted, like the flow of a river.
That essence has to go somewhere.
Exactly. And if I know essence, it can't have gone too far. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after.
Well, there was none in
As
the
much as I hate
Steel
giving
Garrote
people
Cave.
bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Okay. I got you, dog.
Looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Chicken with
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
To my friends and colleagues, I won't be needing this equipment anymore. Consider it a donation to the workshop. Use it to fight the Dream Scourge if you can, or to expand the horizons of animancy if you can't. Whatever you do, I know it won't go to waste. I hope that one day we can work together again. The dream of Furor Misiverno lives in us, not in our bureaucrats. Giada Gestel.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, dog? Alright, do I have any other quests to turn in? Do I have to go all the way back to Paradise to turn this in? My OCD. Oh, thank God. I don't want to go down shore. Nope. What's there? Nothing. Fiore mi Severno. I do have to go back to Paradise to turn the one quest. Heck. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that eventually. Let's talk to Giada.
I have a lot of packing ahead of me, but I've earned a short rest.
I've met with all of the Animancers.
Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
You're right about the Dream Scourge. It's older and stranger than we thought.
That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress.
Huge.
Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Run that by me again?
I needed those animancers for more than their expertise.
An alibi?
Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work.
Sounds like you've covered every detail and contingency imaginable.
Animancy takes a lot of preparation. You might only have one chance to run through an experiment. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
Phantasmal focus?
Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get
Terrible.
it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there.
I didn't mean to bring up bad memories.
Don't be. I couldn't ignore this forever. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Is there gonna be bodies or spirits down there?
If that's where her parents died, I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great. Don't know what I expected, but this isn't it.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
Who grows here? Arthur Castell's will. To Giada, I leave my mother's amulet, the only piece of the Valian Republics I took from home. My one condition is that she wear it as a reminder that we all come from somewhere. May she find comfort in a chain that binds the present to the past. I leave her also the house, the laboratory, and our inventions, yes, all of them, with no conditions or expectations to weigh her down. Forgive us. The many faces of Barath. How fitting that we know the god of cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitably as Barath. While the Valians know that this very same god as Sirono is how you say that. For if nothing else, Barath teaches us that duality exists in all things. There is life and death and life. Embrace this duality and you honor Barath. In the ruins, Ire Glanfath, Barath is depicted in the form of two semi-skeletal figures, one male, one female. Bunin I Enku and Enku I Bunin, literally life and death and life, in the Glanfathan tongue. Male and female, inside and outside, life and death. We often think of Barath by imagining two sides of coin, or the two endpoints of a journey. It's said that Barath has the most petitioners of every god, and this likely true. Who amongst us has not prayed for a cycle to hiccup? Who has not, in a moment of sadness, yelled at Barath to make an exception for our fallen loved ones? Barath may not rescue our loved ones, but it answers our prayers in its own divine way. Barath is the god that makes life end in death, and it is also the god that makes death end in life. Barath, Sirono, Bunin I Enku, Enku I Bunin. Whichever of the many names you prefer to use deserves our prayers, for it has given us the promise of life's eternal renewal. Cordella Castell's will. Arthur insists that I write something down in case the worst should come to pass. But what inheritance do I have to offer? What legacy do I leave? I took no possessions from homeland. I own nothing but my ambition and my mistakes. The ink is blotched as if something tapped their quill onto the parchment several times before continuing. To Giada, I leave my unshakable resolve, the determination to see her plans through to the bitter end, and the presence of mind to remember what is important. Let her have all the best qualities. Should the experiment fail, I won't need them anymore. Not where I'm going. The Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. A gift bearer of Andra is traveling along the road when she meets a man in tears holding a scrap of parchment. Why do you weep? Asked the gift bearer. I hold here a letter from my wife. I tried to be a good husband, but the letter says that I was not, and that she has gone to seek company of a better man. Now this is all that remains of her. Give the letter to me then, says the gift bearer, for once you have forgotten the letter, your wife can cause you no further pain. The man gives her the letter and finds his tears have dried up. He thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. The gift bearer continues on, contemplating the man's story, but does not get far before she encounters an old woman in tears holding a string of beads. Why do you weep? Asks the gift bearer. I hold here a string of beads that counted the years of my daughter's life. Sickness took her while she was still a child, and she was denied the joys of a full life, and I the joys of a mother. This is all that remains of her. Give the beads to me, then, says the gift bearer, for once you have forgotten the beads, your daughter can truly rest. The old woman gives her the beads and finds her grief no longer gnaws at her soul. She thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. Thinking on the woman's pain, the gift bearer follows the road until she reaches the sea. In her hand, she carries the letter and the beads. They are light in her hands, but heavy upon her heart, and she is crying. She prays to Andra to allow the objects to be forgotten and cast them into the water. And yet, long after they have sunk beneath the waves, the gift bearer finds herself still weeping. Merciful Andra, pleads the gift bearer, in your service I have helped people forget their troubles. Yet though I pass them on to you, I feel them still as though they were mine. How can this be? The gift bearer listens to the wisdom of the crashing waves until she understands. To feel the troubles of others in your soul is a burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear it away, for the troubles are not hers to forget. I give myself unto you then. says the gift bearer. For once I am in your care. No memory may haunt me. And with that, the tide comes forth and embraces the gift bearer. When it ebbs, she is gone. Arthur Castell's journal. Cordelia is right, of course. We could refine the phantasmal focus for the rest of our lives, or we could put it to good use. So why do I have such doubts? Our plan has always been to tinker with the natural order, but nature is not orderly in the living lands. If we poke too hard at nature, who's to say something else won't poke back at us? Concerned letter. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. I know that words were exchanged and more than one ego was bruised after that incident at the workshop, but the damage is superficial. Our community is ready to welcome you back with open arms. For the moment, I am seeing to Giada's education, but I urge you to give her the attention she deserves. She's a promising young woman in a difficult and influential time of her life, and she needs the counsel of her family more than ever. Pierre Pilcilli. I don't know how to say his name. Worried scribblings. The device should work, and yet it does not. Therein lies the problem. Theory and reality are in conflict, and to succeed without comprehension is worse than failure. I have learned nothing and can assume nothing about the limitations of this invention, which frightens me almost as much as Cordelia's insistence that we keep going. All I know is that the device has tapped into something. I believed it was the essence of the living lands. What if I am wrong? What if its several paragraphs have been violently scoured from the page? Have we transgressed so far into the unknowable that we are blind to the grave we dug ourselves? I must make preparations for Giada's future. Abaddon's hands. Of all the stories of all the gods, no doubt one of the most charming is the legend of Abaddon's hands. In some cultures, Abaddon's hands are tiny, cheerful creatures that hide in the walls and in the cracks between paving stones. In others, they are silent men of stone who roam distant lands. In all such tales, however, they are Abaddon's constructs, built in his image to continue his good work of creating strong and wondrous things in this world. Thus, upon spying a mighty mountain peak, or a row of Adra pillars, or another natural marvel, parents and nursemaids will tell young children that these are the work of Abaddon's hands. Such is the appeal of Abaddon as a deity, as it is through his legend that we recognize familiar shapes in the natural world. Thus, when we see a landform that resembles a colonnade or an arched gate or a mighty home, we see a hand and a purpose at work that is not unlike our own. And while Abaddon's own identity as a construct is alienating to some, to many of us, his crude yet practical shape is comforting. While the other gods take the form of birds, beasts, and sea, Abaddon takes the shape of our most common tools and constructions. His debasement in a body of iron elevates our own works and labors, and it offers us a grand hope. For if a god could rebuild himself out of iron, what wonders might Kith create with their own hands? Dusty letter from Maxim Vidaro. Arthur, do you have everything you need? After Cordelia's outburst at the workshop, they say she retreated into her private lab, which is perfectly fine, but I worry about you and little Giada. Let me know if you need anything, even if it's just a talk. I understand your research has made some ambitious strides. Good for you both. When you are ready to surface again, we have a game of Hazatoa to finish. I'll keep the pieces warm. Maxim Vidaro, Governor of Fior Misiverno. Cordelia Castell's journal. Archer has been quiet lately, so I know he's worried about the experiment. He thinks the island will object to our interference, as if such things were even possible. Clearly our daughter is cut from my side of the family, and I can't wait to teach her everything we've learned. With any luck, Giada will be as wild and audacious as the forces at play around here.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn, a life of peace.
Are these her parents? Dude, no wonder she couldn't come down here. I thought maybe there was like an explosion or stuff crashed on them, but they literally turned to plants.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
That's fucked up. Let's beef that one up. They don't have skill points to spend. Okay. Ooh, I have points to spend here though. More intellect. Inventory. Phantasmal Focus. This animancy device was invented by Archer and Cordelia Costello before their untimely deaths. Giada is probably the only animancer in existence who knows how it works.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
Whatever I saw down there is your business. We don't need to discuss it.
For the time being, that would be best. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way.
Good thinking.
The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar, and I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
We could always use the Adra pillar in the workshop.
That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days.
What is Animancy equipment doing in some old ruin?
We used it to study the Adra pillar. Then some priests moved in and took offense at our work. I hope they haven't tampered with the equipment, or this will be a very short experiment.
I feel like we're close to getting some answers.
That's your intuition talking. Listen to it. I wouldn't be anywhere without mine. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. No telling how long we'll be gone. I almost forgot. Someone gave me a letter for you. They said it was for the Envoy's eyes alone.
Letter from Elway. Do me a favor, keep this between us.
Why? Is it from your secret admirer? Not to worry. I know the meaning of discretion. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Where was this performance anxiety when you were shouting in Vidaro's face?
That was not my finest hour. I was so So angry. Mistakes were made. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, I don't want there to be any mistakes.
Marius, go back to camp. I won't be long.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Giada uses animancy to understand the world around her. While the science of souls remains controversial, she believes the untapped essence of the living lands can and should be put to good use. She wants to prove her convictions by supporting the party in battle. Armed with a phantasmal focus, she draws on the spiritual currents of the living lands to heal and defend her friends. Oh, let's go. We got a healer? Giada calls forth an invigorating wave of energy that heals all allies by 25% of maximum health. Order Giada to empower and activate essence generators. Hell yeah. Companions. All right. We have 4 points to spend for her. Giada calls forth an invigorating wave of energy that heals allies. Purification heals allies by 50% of the maximum health. Giada's attacks heal all allies by a small amount. That's just a passive attack. That's just passive. Holy shit. This is an activate acceleration. Giada increases the move speed and attack speed of all allies for 15 seconds. Giada grants all allies a shield that provides temporary health for 20 seconds. Dude. She is goated. Unlock all of Giada's abilities. Use amount of temporary health by the barrier. Allies empowered by acceleration use their speed to gain 50% damage reduction. Increase the duration of acceleration by 10 seconds. Any ability is activated while acceleration is active will have their cooldowns reduced by 50%. I'll take the damage reduction. Oh, actually, oh, that's kind of wild though, too. Any abilities activated while acceleration is active will have their cooldowns reduced by 50%. I already have enough spells to cast. Let's give me the damage reduction. I have 2 spell books to go through. We have plenty of spells to cast. First, let's go to Dawn Shore. We need to check in with Sansa and tell him about his cartographer. Damn it! I wanted to go talk to the governor of Fiora Misaverno and let him know we found his father. We'll do that in a second. We'll go and we'll go back in a second. What's a loading screen anyways? We gotta read our letter from that our person as well. Letter from LOA. Goodite. I overheard an unusual conversation at the Adirian embassy. One of the steel corrupt soldiers wanted to visit Emerald Stair and rough up some of the animancers. Their lieutenant said, "Don't bother. The waterfall garrison is already crowded enough, and more are on the way." I don't know what any of that means, but I thought you might find it of interest. Thank you again for sparing my life. You're not as terrible as I thought. Though I can't say the same for your countrymen. Your informant, LOA Glanfell. So if I hadn't already found the waterfall thing, that would kind of steer me towards that, which is pretty cool.
You're back. What have you found?
Felicia didn't make it. I'm sorry. Here's your map of Emerald Stair.
You have our condolences, Master Cartographer. The beauty of Emerald Stair hides the danger at its heart.
Fletcher.
Oh, Fletcher.
I was sure she would be safe. Her maps were so meticulous. She even made her own ink. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
What supplies you got for sale? Alright, goodbye. I don't think there's anyone I wanted to check up on in Dawn Shore, so we can come back here. Prior mi Severno.
What else to get?
I am not accustomed to failure.
Ugh, neither am I. But it happens to the best of us, no? They made up their minds before we even started.
Rejection letter. Thank you for your humble application to the Animancer's Workshop of Fior Mi Severno. We regret to inform you that the admittance cannot be granted at this time. While your proposal on using Adra implements to siphon essence to specific genital features off male anatomy was certainly unexpected, we suggest you reconsider your suggestions for practical application. Sincerely, Pierre Quilici, Animancer's Workshop. This guy's trying to make his PP bigger with the use of essence. And I approve.
It's okay, we'll try again.
But it's the third time.
You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
Of course it's personal. It's the Animancer's Workshop.
Something I can do?
Maybe. We need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted
Oh,
territory.
he's just curing ED.
I'm sure of our thesis.
I would think soul essence would be the perfect thing to enliven the male member.
Our thoughts exactly. Our experiments have been very successful on animals and vegetation.
We treat this important issue with the utmost respect, even down to the proposal's title.
What do you think of this? Boning without bones, essence and the performativity of male anatomy.
Consider this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
I suggest erecting the future, the burgeoning science of manomancy.
That's brilliant, huh? Simply brilliant.
We've done it again.
Wait until they read this. The days of packing rope are at an end.
I can't believe they bought that. Good luck, sirs.
How perfect. You believe you're anything more than a momentary distraction.
You are so frustrating. No wonder I'm getting all the attention.
Is transient at best.
You should know about transient attention, since that's all you're capable of.
Oh my god. Just call each other
how
whores while you're at it.
anti-intellectual and childish you can be.
As if I could forget your frigid detachment, Sinia.
You are a child, Isalia. You tour outside your stratum. Leave such things to those who deserve them.
I have a bad feelings about a love affair.
Regardless, we do not need the opinions of an outsider.
On the contrary, a third-party perspective could give us a clarity we currently lack.
Well then, my colleague and I have both obtained the attentions of the same lover, despite obvious differences in quality.
There is no way this shrew could have won his heart without trickery. I say she should step aside.
This journal proves that your special friend has just been stealing research from you both.
What? Impossible.
But if I think back, I don't believe he ever finished a drink when we were together.
If this is true, I won't be satisfied with just breaking things off with the lying philanderer.
Yes. I assume you'd join me in a reasonable attempt at revenge.
Of course. Let's make him suffer.
Good luck. Hey, you want to see something, Giada?
No, darling. Oh, color.
Come on, Giada.
No idea she was even sick. I hope it's not the dream scourge.
Oh, but it is. Let's go find the governor. I gotta go that way.
Ignace's mother is very ill. Please, don't disturb her anymore.
Alright. Oh, fancy seeing you here, dog.
Consider yourself a guest in my town.
I found your father. His body is in a cave by Riverside Garato.
You what? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did.
He stayed in the living lands for you and trusted you to rule this place.
That was father. When he looked at you, he saw your potential, everything you could be, and none of the flaws. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
Ignacy, I'm sorry. Are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine, Giada. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not, but, you know, force of habit.
So this is what it takes to get the two of you talking?
Our families used to be close. We have history that's older than our disagreements.
And we've helped each other in grief. At least the worst of mine is behind me. Thank you both again.
I rear out a camp of Steel Garrote paladins hiding in the wilderness.
The Steel Garrote? Here? Well, well. Apparently nature is not the only foe in Emerald Stair. Worse, my rangers turned a blind eye to it. Satisfy my curiosity. Why am I hearing this from the Adiran envoy? Don't you and the Steel Garrote share the same master?
I serve the Empire. They serve a god. The Steel Garrote are religious fanatics. We have nothing to do with each other.
For
That's
my
a better
sake,
answer.
I'm glad to hear it. Take this with my gratitude.
We're getting
and let us
rich
pray
off this.
This is the last we've seen of the Steel Garrote.
A tree ate one of your people. Do you still think there's no crisis in Emerald Stair?
No one is denying that the Living Lands is a dangerous frontier. Take Fior Mesiverno. This city has fought a war of attrition since the day my father laid the first stone. You saw for yourself what's happened to the Delamgan in recent years. We have always persisted, and nothing will change that. Nothing.
You're telling me a carnivorous tree is perfectly normal then?
Oh, it's far from perfect, but it's ours. I know the Living Lands must seem wild and untamed to one so accustomed to the comforts of court. Some of us have the distinction to call this place home, sharp edges and all. We can outlast the wilderness.
Did you know Elder Rosanna has... Oh, no, we're not gonna snitch on her. We're not gonna snitch on her. Or refuse to snitch on her. Alright, we need to get out to the Nakutadek. Let's fast travel. Let's have some conversations at camp. Chat with everyone. Like how Marius is off on his own while those two are on the fire.
I hope no one minds. I made myself at home.
Don't mind. It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Giada.
Let's see. A few things about me. I enjoy long conversations, and my favorite season is autumn. Apparently, I also snore. Which
Oh,
annoys
great.
people.
So do I. Glad it won't just be me now. We should pitch our tents on either side of Marius. The drone really helps him sleep.
Right, that's me. And the first rule of camp is never listen to Kai. He's a blessed Nimdude of the highest order.
You can't say that.
If anyone needs their soul tinkered on, don't hesitate to ask. I'm rather good with souls.
I'll take your word.
Don't tinker with my soul. What's your DLC outfit look like? Oh, fancy. I'll leave them their default outfits. Even though that looks goofy. Alright, we can't. Nothing to break down. What can we upgrade? We can go one upgrade on here. One upgrade on that. All right. Oops. Crafting. We can craft more of this stuff. Start making corrupted Ultra. Okay. The sickly red Adra has been tainted with corruption. When souls are unable to properly travel through an Adra pillar, the metaphysical space within begins to decay, leading to this corruption.
I wish you could have seen Emerald Stair in better times.
What was it like? I've only passed through a few times over the years.
The evenings were cool. Fish leaped into our nets. Emerald Stair was everything.
Pleasant and abundant. Sounds like the fables old trenchers used to tell about Deadfire. Paradise.
Let's cook some recipes. We need more of these. We... Alright, let's do all 13. We're set with that for a while. We have so much shit to make things. Holy fuck. Anything that can be... Oh yeah, we got these. Actually, here it makes 3 each. So like we just made 12. Okay, we're good on that. What else can we make? We need buff food. We need grog. Stuff to cure poisons and stuff. Grenades. No, we don't want to do that. Alright, we're set up. Kai, what do you want to talk about?
I hope you weren't looking to rekindle things with Ludwig. Not after the send-off you gave the Steel Garrote squad waiting in that cave.
Ludwig and I like to keep things exciting. The Steel Garrote is a liability. Left unchecked, they'll turn the island against Adir.
They aren't interested in building alliances, that's for sure. They're barely willing to cooperate with Hilgard. Normally, I'm not big on turning on your own, but the Steel Garrote take their beliefs too far. I'm glad you didn't let them do it here.
The Steel Garrote aren't my own. They aren't even in my chain of command.
You could have fooled me. Ludwig talks to Hilgard like a wayward cabin boy. I wonder if he's got the backbone to withstand her. Well, not you, though. You didn't hesitate. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it. I
have a big deal.
Envy that.
Just gotta trust yourself and follow your gut. Hey, you could have left me for dead, but you carried me to Liviana's.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost. It's going to get him killed one day.
You two are gonna make me blush. And purple's not my best color. But, thanks.
That was
Just
an
be on
awkward
the
pause.
lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget.
There are questions about you.
So did my commanding officers.
What's your thoughts on the other companions?
You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
What would you think about Giada?
She's got a lot of heart, and she's loyal to her people and their principles, even when it costs her. Giada's lost her home, but kept her resolve. It takes a special kind of person to weather what she has and emerge stronger for it. She'll have a lot to figure out after all this, but she's gonna be okay.
Giada could drive the future of animancy. Even the colleagues who disagree with her clearly respect her.
I noticed that too. It says a lot. I can't say what I'd want the future of animancy to look like, but there's no one I'd trust more than Giada to figure it out.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
I have another question about the Emerald Stair.
I'll tell you what I can.
That's all. Good night, Kai.
If you get up at night, don't wander too far.
Marius.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giada's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject?
Love your thought on our companions.
Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. We already talked about Kai, so I assume you're asking about the new girl. Giada's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the Vreekus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn
I got
their soul
Vreekus in my
into jewelry
pants.
as look at you. Giada seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really.
Let's talk about Emerald Stair.
Ask away.
Do we heard anything else interesting out there?
There is something big in the southeast of the region. Most hunters say to stay away from there.
Give me tips for surviving?
Let's see. Water can be a problem out here. Don't drink from the rivers or creeks you find here. They're full of saka. Literally. You can get good water from inside most plants here, especially the larger vines. Or you can tap most of the trees for sap. I always put out some kind of cloth to collect the dew in the morning. That's assuming Kai doesn't take it and use it as a nose rag. Oh, there's another tip. Make sure the people you're traveling with aren't nim dudes. Not sure what else to tell you. Right, changing the subject.
Don't travel with nimduts. Got it.
Dreams.
Jada.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself.
It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
You're welcome to stay as long as you'll have us.
Good, because I have a lot of research to do. And this could take a while. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
With any luck, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Well, I never expected to live forever. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway.
Well, let's talk about Emerald Stair.
Anything in particular?
I'd like to learn more about Fior Messiverno.
Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago, in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position.
He wished to be elected Duke Bell over the Sangreta Ducala, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, I should have known you'd be schooled in political intrigue. But I'll wager you don't know how this story goes. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated, his political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians.
The goddamn bank's always keeping you down.
Maxim did what Valians do best.
Revenge.
Precisely. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return. And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god.
So you found an animancy commune in the Living Lands.
We prefer to call it an intellectual haven of free thinkers.
Right.
But it's true that most of us are animancers. Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt. And Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Of course, you and I know better. He died peacefully, content that what he made would outlast him. His son has been in charge ever since, for better or worse.
He's not quite living up to his father's example.
His father had the advantages of growing up in Valian society. So did mine. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adiran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them.
You must know some local gossip.
Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage.
Ooh.
That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him.
Anything else?
Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating.
Right. Back to my other questions.
Of course. Anything in particular?
I want to ask about you.
What do you want to know?
What do you think of our travel companions?
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
How about Kai?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
Do you think we should be concerned?
Oh, not at all. Kai is a sweetheart. And if that's who he chooses to show us, then that's who he is. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
Any thoughts on Marius?
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
What kind of pressure?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it, but his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
What do you think of me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit. This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Your Messiverno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
We talk about what happened to your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fjord's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
Do you think it's even possible?
Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
That's a lot of power for one animancer.
My father thought so too. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
What do you think happened?
I can't rule anything out. but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. But if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time. Or the forces behind it.
Does animancy often change people like that?
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
How old were you?
I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Quilici got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time.
Thank you for telling me. I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Don't worry. I've lived with it for a while now. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stare. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change Animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
Let me know if I can help in any way.
I hardly think your Emperor would approve. Good thing he's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
Your surname is Castell. Any connection to Castell's Folly?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castel led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of Animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
What was Castell's Folly?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
No family connection then?
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already.
Any idea what happened to him?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castel is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valian trading company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castel succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
Have you ever tried animancy on yourself?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul, to become fully aware of my past lives. Every Animancer tries, and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
Hell yeah, brother.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
How does the phantasmal focus work?
Ah, a simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
You're saying the living lands doesn't want to be controlled?
Indeed. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Before I done some.
What you do in your own time is whatever. I'm resting. Well, that's cool. He plays a flute. He draws an arrow. She readies her thing. He's whittling away, and he's doing kissy face.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
You call that life? I doubt Giada thinks her parents are still alive in any way that matters to her.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade.
Why do you care so much?
Is the acorn not beloved of the oak? We merely ponder. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change?
No, we can't decide for others. They should always have a choice.
Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells.
I suppose they live on in some form.
More than alive. No suffering. No end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
I don't like the cut of her jib. How do we have conversations already with these two? We just talked a lot, you two.
Oh, hey, it's you.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
my favorite customer. Here to peruse my wares, I hope?
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I kind of want these robes. They seem like they'd be decent. 50% ability cast speed would be pretty good. Oh, getting access to freezing pillar would be sick though too. Last, I'll buy some lockpicks for now. Goodbye. Let's head inside here. Naku to deck. I don't want to say it, I'm gonna knock on wood, but we haven't had any crashes tonight yet. I think they fixed their game.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes.
Well, here we
I
are
have
on
the
the
voice in my head.
precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about?
Yeah, they did an update I think over the weekend. That did address some of the bugs and crashes and stuff. It seems like it fixed. The Dream Scourge and how to stop it.
Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face.
Oh. Is that a good idea?
No, but it should get us results.
All right.
All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. Alright, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up.
Why was that?
I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry.
I don't think it's working.
Professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless.
I felt strange for a moment there, like we got someone's attention.
Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it.
So we find the source, cut it off at the root.
My thoughts exactly. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent.
Obviously. Any theories about what's going on here?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
Oh, good. I get the lead as the mage.
We gotta see what's...
I'm so happy I get the lead as the mage. Maybe. What of it? I want to put this on 5. I'll put this on 3. And I'll put this on 4.
I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. You're going down there, aren't you?
That's the plan. Any advice?
I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving.
What could survive down there for so long?
Whatever it is, it knows only the depths. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
This already.
At least, you know, carry on my good name. Goodite.
I did not bring us here to explore.
That's the name.
Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
Yes.
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you?
Fuck! I knew I should have jumped.
Gather round.
Big heals. Big heals. Let's go. How long does that cool down? 40, 50 seconds? That's a lot.
Incredible.
Oh well.
These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone went these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
It's probably for the best. Effigy necklace, God Shrine Totem fragments. I need to find 2 more of those. Effigy necklace. After taking damage from an enemy, your next attack within 10 seconds deals 20% of the original damage you received. Stacks with retribution. Cool. When the night is silent, you can sometimes hear the faintest of screams coming from the skulls that adorn this necklace. Okay, that's terrifying. Sometimes you can hear the screams of the people that once wore that. Okay. It's normal.
Unseek!
I got a fucking bop right there.
Unseek!
Bro, I got fucked up. I should probably invest in some HP. I need to drink grog.
You take them. Unseek!
Why was it so hard for me to fight that? That was...
Good fight.
Let's get my ass kicked. That shit hurts. Look at that shit, it hurts. What the fuck is that?
Pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abomination.
What the fuck is that?
Watch your head. There's a trap right there.
Ah! I tried to jump over, I landed right on it. Still catch up.
What's the target?
Okay, okay, she's
That's
keeping
done?
us topped up
Who's
just by
hungry?
doing damage. I don't like it.
It's surprisingly colorful. Not sure what I expected.
I've seen godless actually. We should keep moving. I don't mean to slow us down.
No, it's okay. I'm slowing us down by looting things.
swimming if I were you. Unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it. To help it from out.
The fuck did that? I see. I see. There's gotta be a way to deactivate that. Is there no way to deactivate that? Go. That should have taken care of it. All right. Oh, there was maybe a way to disable it before then, but there wasn't. I didn't even throw it at that damn thing. I was way off.
Think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before.
I didn't even see this damn thing.
I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it.
Giant's slumber. Please don't wake
We're
up.
going to die down here, aren't we? Well,
with that attitude, yeah, probably.
Protect the envoy. I need a moment. On patience. Give me patience. Bad envoy. Lead the way.
Leave me alone. Okay, that was our first real fight with her. She's got some really nice abilities to have. Holy crap. I wish I would have rushed her storyline to get her earlier. Note to self, do that in the future if I do any future playthroughs, because she fucking... Those abilities are insane. Giant's Slumber. One-handed melee. Power attack deals moderate stun. 20% damage against vessels. This weapon was used by the godless to defend themselves from the mage folk in dire circumstances. While they were ultimately unsuccessful, this weapon was able to fell one mage folk. Is that what they're called? Mage folk? Am I a mage folk? Parkour.
Death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this or that? Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have a harder time.
What's going on up there? Wait, what? You call me dumb? We got Zarops, we got Mushroom Bros.
Looks like quite a party.
Got them.
Let's break it up.
They're having fun. Ready to make an entrance?
Under my protection! Patience!
10! Cilia? What's a Cilia?
Monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have...
Yeah, you have to tell us if you're a monster down here. You have to say so. It's the law. If you're a monster down here, say it now. It's the law. Just like any criminals that said that we had to tell them that we were cops when we were, you know, doing sting operations. If you're a cop, you have to tell me. Shut up. I'm trying to open the door. Which I can't do right now, apparently. No, I'm not a cop. I'll buy all those guns from you. Shows guns. Put your hands in the air. You're under arrest. But. Good times. But if you guys were around in the middle of the night when there's 6 people in the city, then I wouldn't have to be a corrupt cop. I could bring this info to you. That was someone's argument once.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us.
I'm ready.
The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help.
It can only help.
The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
Yo, consent is key, and that was not. What the fuck?
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
What the fuck is this thing? What are you? Who are you?
We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls.
You're describing worship. The godless did have a god. You.
We felt the thrill of their wonder. We basked in their desire to know us. They brought their prayers to us. We answered.
A new god. How did you come to be?
We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a
There's a
whole.
side eye blinking. It's throwing me. It's like freaking me out. They're blinking.
Fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabadal.
I felt the rumblings of other gods in the beyond, but never you.
You read the leaves and ash yourself. We could only observe. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long.
And now I need your help. I have to stop the dream scourge.
Barat, we feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea.
The garden, a poison sea. You've got to give me more to go on than that.
Alas, we have been cut off from the land we knew and loved for too long. We could not trace its hills and valleys for you. But there are others who can. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinaias. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison.
Then you'll help me end the dream scourge?
We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it?
Sapadol's power. A sliver of your power is a sliver of your soul. Your gift makes me a little more you.
A mere drop in a lake, A drop of our blood, our sap, given to nourish you. We would never harm you, seed of our soul. We could not, even if we wished such cruelty. Your will remains yours.
I accept.
Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
That's a cool design, like cool model and design, all that shit. I like that. Godlike ability, Thorn of Sapadal. Fires a thorn of energy that passes through multiple enemies, causing damage on impact and momentarily rooting them in place. Neat. Oh shit, mate, they left us. Oh, never mind.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought.
You thought I was dead, didn't you?
Actually, I thought your soul had been blasted to 1,000 pieces.
Oh.
But I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the Living Lands. Somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness.
The garden. They call it the garden.
You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were
Chatty Cathy,
communing
what can I
with,
say?
it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin.
Their name is Sapadal.
Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you?
Sapadal is the god of the living lands.
I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this?
I believe they're trapped in the garden for some reason.
A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something.
A watcher told me the Adra in the living lands is different.
Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb.
Sapadal wants me to free them.
Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
What do you think, Kai?
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start?
I need to find the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis.
Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Yes.
Then that's where we start.
The garden.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues.
What does this mean for Emerald Stair?
Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
We're kind of a big deal.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel.
Is this happening now, or is it a memory?
We were sure they came. Was it the past?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter?
I have a bad feeling. We need to get back to Theodore Mesa Verno fast.
Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
My theory, early theory, is that our god was a new god, somehow formed by the godless, quote unquote, the godless. And we've already found scripture and stuff.
Such a thing as learning too much.
That or like through a memory that the old gods didn't
We discovered here.
like the idea of a new power emerging from these lands. So I'm assuming that they imprisoned this Sapadal. That's my guess. We'll see if that turns to be true in the future. Oh, that's not Goodman.
No!
Andres, this was...
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste.
Could this be the work of Steel Groat?
We won't learn anything standing here. I just hope Quilichi is all right.
Something... Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
Something's burning? Dude, the city's actually burning. What the fuck was that? Guy?
Undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. I would be happy to oblige them. Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Gia.
They break, they bind us.
Fuck, I never opened this? What the fuck?
I hope everyone is all right. My people
This
settled these lands
game
in
has
the
done this
name
a
of
few different times where like it just has a...
But our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times.
where they do any environmental storytelling in a sense, like where we came out of that cave and we saw Theodore Mesa Verno on fire. Like they've done it a few different times in this game where they don't insult you. I mean, they do say it, obviously, like they just said it there, but they don't straight up insult you by saying, oh my god, I think this is happening. Like they let you see it and figure it out yourself before someone says something. Does that make sense? These are all Steel Groat soldiers that are dead. At least they put some of them down. And then you get just walked all over.
I thought you did quite well under the circumstances.
You guys okay? The Rangers. There's a bunch of Rangers alive. Yeah, I do enjoy that.
Captured a prisoner and is all your prisoners the city.
Thank goodness.
I wonder if me taking out their camp.
I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him.
Stand aside. Information is my specialty.
Thought so.
Wonder if taking out their cave of people helped out with this.
What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job. Same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start the fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
I sure didn't pack a lot of firepower. That was my doing. I killed the reinforcements in a hidden camp.
That was you?
Oh, shit.
That's one question down. I'm sure the governor will want to thank you himself. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do to me.
It did help.
The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen. I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half.
Straight down the middle. Isn't that right?
I'm not looking forward to cleaning up the mess. So you can help me by telling us what we want to know.
Your threats are wasted, Kerr. I have nothing to hide.
You can't say that!
Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Mesiverno.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't carry out the attack herself.
Her faith takes her deeper inland, or else she would have been at the vanguard. Emerald Stairs on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Aha! Now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an adherent, I trust you know how to handle it by the book.
Execute him. We need to set an example to everyone, including Ludwig.
I'll see to it myself. One clean cut. Then again, I am known to be a little clumsy with an axe.
Oops!
I say we give his body to Elia. Make him a revenant. Or worse.
Maybe that's taking it a bit too far. Thanks, Envoy. If I know the Burn Queen, she won't mind if we enjoy our vengeance a little.
This is what it looks like.
Let's make sure we're long gone by then.
I'm glad that we took on that cave because it did help out them defend the city. For sure. I hate to think what would have happened if we didn't. You know?
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing.
You know, kind of a big deal.
You took care of the Steel Garrote before they could cause any serious damage.
Looks like they were preparing an attack on Fior.
I can't imagine what it cost you to stand up to the likes of the Steel Garrote, but we won't forget it. You warned me something like this might happen. At least we had time to brace for it.
No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
I can deal with the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor is not one to be trifled with. I hope you are not punished for your generosity. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarot have declared war on the Living Lands.
Ambassador Hilgard wanted a diplomatic relationship.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch.
You ready to rip his throat out right there?
I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
What changed your mind?
You must.
I like how the
understand.
pink chick's just kind of chilling there, not saying a word, just looking back and forth.
I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as our lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giada.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Go ahead, Giada. Tell him everything.
You want me to do the talking? Very well.
You're smarter than me.
The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean...
I mean the actual truth.
Ricci, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
I am Sapatol's godlike. We find them, we find the Dream Scourge.
You truly think you can find a god?
Yeah.
I said I'd keep an open mind.
Why not?
But, this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Stilgarot, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
Paradis is under Adheran control.
Exactly. As long as we are Animancers, the Adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Giada, what do you recommend?
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
I wanted an answer. Kai?
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
There's an answer. Go to Thirdborn.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and
Looking
as
for an
fellow
answer.
expatriates.
She's beating around the bush.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republic.
You give me an answer. That's actually what I was leaning towards too,
again.
so it helps.
What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Do either of you know about a place called the Garden?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me
you do.
you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
Sounds like we have a brief detour in Shatterscarp ahead of us.
I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
Interesting.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
The Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
I told you we'd finish up here. Told you guys we'd finish up here. We're gonna get through this gate and I'm gonna call it a stream. I need to not sit in this chair the rest of the day. As easy as this chair is to sit in. You know, I've been sitting here for all day. I need to get off the computer. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Gods.
Oh fuck. She killed everyone.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Captain Alfier, what are you doing here?
I go where the Inquisitor commands. Just as you go where the Emperor commands. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased.
I don't like how her face is animated. It's like over animated. Neither am I.
In that case, maybe it's not too late to make amends.
You lost the fight for Emerald Stair, and now you ask for peace? Don't make me laugh.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered.
I still would have interfered.
Maybe I can convince you otherwise. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. Shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm. Because I want us to survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
Yeah, they're way too exaggerated. We should be supporting Fior Messiverno, not delivering their death sentence.
Any good farmer knows when to put down an injured animal. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes.
I thought the Steel Garrote never broke an oath.
Very good. But the terms of our arrangement are quite clear. The oath to our goddess supersedes any and all political loyalties. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning.
I can't wait to kill this bitch.
Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well.
Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are making a grave error.
Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last.
Ranger Martinet was a decent man. You'll pay for this.
Decent men die every day. When you arrive
See you
in
later, Systematic.
Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances.
You're not walking away from this. Let's fucking go.
You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle
She's
to
not
remember.
walking away.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
I'm with you. Oh, no, don't. Ten.
Right behind you.
Kicking my ass.
I'm sick. Earth and rock.
How many of them are there? Jesus Christ. This bitch just healed her to full.
Are you all right?
What the fuck's hitting me? Stop it! This fucking cleric, I swear to God. Now she's gone, we can take care of everything else.
He's up short.
Damn it. This fucking mage.
I'm sick.
You won't get through this.
I'm sick.
That was an intense fight. We had to do it to her though. Death Knight gauntlets, we got those. Those will go with the rest of this outfit in terms of transmog. Death Knight gloves. The chill rating from this coal black armor is like the kiss from beyond the grave. These reinforced gauntlets allow the wearer to block incoming attacks with minimal effort. And though the frigid metal may cause numbness in the fingers, they are Cryomancer's best friend. The deathly aura emanating from the gauntlets vastly empowers the potency of the wearer's frost magic. That's cool. You can do like a full frost mage build almost, or like an actual Death Knight build. That'd be fun.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home.
I think that's the first F word I've heard in this game. Ludin believes Fiormi Severno is in danger of the Living Lands.
Who cares what she believes? What right have the dead to judge the living? We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the Living Lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
I know Ludwig did not even defeat Whistleblower ambitions.
But you better come prepared. Thirdborners are a rugged bunch, and they don't give ground. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances. People wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed.
The Dream Scourge.
That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
The only question is, what happens when we find what we're looking for?
Don't look at me. Ask the voice in your head.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Yatsli believes the answer lies in another godless ruin, Naku Kabel.
Yatsli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsli can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
Let's do it.
This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
For a moment, it seemed like Sepidal recognized you.
What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
Does anyone else want to ask Sapadal a question?
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
I won't even attempt what we're doing with anyone but you three.
Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to
You're
ask
making
this,
my gout flare up.
While we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it.
We'll go.
Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fior Mesiverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it.
Inquisitor Ludwig will answer for the attack.
Not before we answer to her. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
Hello, what up? Ooh, affects 3 enemies now, if I grab that. Or, unlock Secret of Rhyme. Increase the amount of frost accumulation you deal by 20%. Shock, poison. Okay. We're level 15 now. That's kind of hype. point. Yeah, let's make this so this pulls more enemies. That'll be really nice to have. I kind of want to get rid of this. And this. I'm going to reset my points. Oh, I need to put a point into that? Oh, that's fucking stupid. I don't want to put a point into that, though. I don't want it. Fuck off, game. Okay. I need this. None of my spellbooks have this. Need all Grimoire Mastery. I don't need... actually, it reduces the essence cost, so we'll spend it right now. I do want... point into this. We do want that. I have 3 points to spend. I had a point to that. What else do I have my points into? We had one into fireball, that's right. I have 1 point left. Let's choose Arcane Veil. Range attacks will get deflected back at enemies now, so that'd be nice. Character, I didn't get any points for that. Let's get rid of some things. Upgrade. We could take this to the next level with the Corrupted Audra. Let's do that. And can I upgrade anything? We can't get any grimoires upgraded. We can get a wand upgraded though. Let's get Menelatus Conduit upgraded. Alright.
I knew the Steel Garrote were up to no good.
No. No one ever plans anything nice in a hidden war camp, do they?
This isn't over, you know. Emerald Stair is just the beginning.
Ominous portents of doom. Need more of those for sure.
Alright. I'm gonna save the game here. And I'm gonna call it a stream. Look. Playtime. One day, 24, 25 hours of playtime. I told you we get out before, or 35 hours to get playtime. I told you we get out before 40 hours. I told you guys. You guys had no faith in me. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with more Avowed for sure. Maybe we'll do some Fellowship beforehand, maybe not, we'll see. I gotta get Avowed done before. before next Tuesday, which is when the WoW season actually starts. I'm 38.8 hours in. How long to beat for Avowed? Let's check it out. 16 hours for main story, 35 hours for main and extra, 54 hours for completionist. Unless these next zones are like super small, we are we're gonna blow that completionist time out of the water. We'll see. I'm gonna try to get it done before then. We'll see though. You guys have a good night though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all. I will see you all tomorrow at some point. Don't know when. I think I'm working tomorrow. Depends on how busy it is. Let me see what the weather's gonna be like. PM rain tomorrow, but it's gonna be close to 50 degrees, so I'm gonna try to work tomorrow. It's probably be like an evening stream tomorrow, late afternoon evening stream. You guys have a good one. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow.